I just figured something out. Um, I've been trying to understand why a lot of people don't like Islam. And of course, I live in the West, and I've been trying to understand. At first I thought that it was just because the only information that they show us about Islam on the news is not positive, it's negative, unfortunately. Um, but, and so there's fear. There's fear related to that. But there's two more things that I've kind of opened my eyes to today, or maybe, I'm just really realizing it blatantly, is fear. Okay, so two things that I've noticed that people are afraid of Islam about. Number one, Islam is a very deeply religious, committed, disciplined religion, which means we pray 5 times a day, which means we are very committed to our faith. That means that the women wear head coverings. It means that we live our religion. We don't just do it for an hour once a week in church on Sunday. Like, we live it every day. And that's scary and intimidating for people to who don't practice that way, which is sad. It shouldn't be like that. People shouldn't be afraid of people that want to be closer to God, which is, of course, what everybody says they want ultimately, is to be closer to God. We're actually doing it, and somehow we're a threat. But the second thing that I realized about the fear is living in the West. They're completely absorbed with the dunya. Like, it's all about the life here and the life that you have here and what you can get more cars, get more stuff, get more clothes, get more everything, stuff. Like, it's all about getting stuff, and living your best life. And for Muslims, that's not the focus. The focus is not the dunya. The focus is not the world. The world is a distraction. The focus is God. Always. The focus is God. And I think that scares people, that we are so committed and that we are not affected or interested in gambling, alcohol, pornography, dating, because we don't date, we marry each other. We commit. We don't do zina. We don't practice things that are morally wrong. Our moral compass is very, very high in Islam, and this is huge. And so these are two things that I've noticed. I think that if America went without drinking, partying, all of the gambling, all of the pornography, all of these things that make up the USA, paying interest on loans, like, we don't do that in Islam. All of these things, if all of that stopped in America, the economy would collapse. That's scary. That's scary for the West. That's scary, that we don't want to live by your rules, that we don't need to participate in your life for us to have a good life, for us to have a great life. Interesting, isn't it? Very interesting. Anyway, just my two thoughts for today. Alhamdulillah.